Have you ever wondered if you should break up with your partner? Or does it seem to you sometimes that your partner is constantly criticizing you? Is it that any form of cheating took place in the past? And it may even be that you have different religious or political values. This may be making you unsure whether your different views will be a challenge that you will have to deal with later on in the relationship. It's usually a very difficult choice, but not to worry. Today, I'll be telling you different telltale signs that will help you decide whether to leave such a relationship or not. This is the Relationship Whisperer, where we whisper the secrets to a happy love life. The first telltale sign I'll be talking about today is constant criticism. You may want to call it quits if your partner constantly criticizes you every now and then. You know the type of criticism that makes you feel as if you just can't do anything right. It's not just the occasional gripping about some unwashed dishes. This one is way more than that. And you will definitely know it once you start experiencing it. This is about constant criticism of the person, your personality, instead of the action that you are doing wrong. This damaging criticism takes your action and attributes it to your personality. For instance, if you are the type that doesn't like to pick up your socks off the floor, it will be damaging on the part of your partner to attribute this perceived carelessness to your entire personality and feelings towards them. Although, you should also learn how to be tidy over time, especially when you see that your partner doesn't like it. That is what a relationship is all about. Compromises. However, if your partner is the type that likes criticizing you over everything, to the point it's seeming as if you are being forced to just do their bidding, then I think it may be time to head to split vibe. Another important sign you need to pay attention to is contempt. If your partner is rolling their eyes, and not in a cute way this time, at things you say and they are treating you disrespectfully, then they are treating you with contempt. This could range from your partner always dismissing your feelings and even to them calling you names. For instance, your partner calling you stupid or constantly reminding you that you graduated with a pass from college isn't healthy for any relationship. And if this behavior doesn't change, nor does it seem as if they are making any effort to change, then I think it may be time to wave them goodbye. Defensiveness is another sign you need to watch out for in your relationship. In any relationship where whenever you bring up a concern with your partner, they are always defensive, things can quickly go south. Sometimes, your so-called sweetie may resort to cross-complaining, or what I call whataboutism, which is when the other person doesn't respond to your concerns, but instead introduces a new complaint as a retort. For example, you might complain to your partner that you don't like it when they dumped their dirty laundry on the floor. A defensive partner might deflect your concern by telling you that it also bothers them when you don't do the dishes. I mean, you were complaining about something, and instead of them to respond to your complaint, they crossed you with their own complaint about it. This could mean bad for such a relationship if there is no change of attitude in sight. Stonewalling is another important sign you might want to look out for in a relationship. The term basically means that the person withdraws from the interaction, in effect, stonewalling, instead of participating in the conversation. An example of this is when your partner decides to change the topic of your discussion once you mention a particular subject matter, or when they decide to leave the room so that they are not part of the discussion you just raised. And it could just be refusing to make eye contact so as to show that they are not interested in the discussion. Although it is understandable that at times people may not be ready for some certain discussion, but then, since you are both in the relationship, It's important that your partner is able to make you understand why they are not ready for some certain discussion just yet. However, if your partner stonewalls on a lot of discussion, especially when you bring up issues that are important to you or your relationship, that's a red flag. And that is something telling you that it is best to end things. Physical abuse is another sign you should never joke with in your relationship. No matter how much you love your partner, if your partner is physically abusing you, that's definitely a big reason to leave the relationship. The official term is intimate partner violence, which can happen anytime there is an act of physical aggression or violence against a romantic partner. A physical aggression that is designed to cause harm and is unwanted by anyone. There are multiple types of intimate partner violence. One of those types is intimate terrorism, or violence that is designed to control and manipulate a partner. It tends to be very severe. It tends to escalate in nature. So violent episodes become more violent over time. Often, the perpetrator has a psychological disorder, such as a personality disorder or substance abuse disorder. Another type of physical abuse is situational couples violence, in which partners resort to minor but still harmful violence when a conflict gets out of hand. In this case, the perpetrator is not using physical violence to try to control the behavior of the other. It's more of a severe conflict management on their part. So, if your partner is abusing you in any way, forget that they said it's a mistake. Now is a good time for you to get out of such relationship. The sixth telltale sign you should watch out for is emotional abuse. Just like physical abuse, emotional abuse can take a toll. This is because it can involve insults, belittling, constant humiliation, and even various forms of intimidation, such as destroying things and threats of harm. Moreover, psychological aggression predicts that a person will later use physical aggression when lashing out against their partner. So, take care of yourself and dump your significant other if you are being emotionally abused. Beliefs are an important way of life that defines who we are and the things we get involved with. This is why you should also watch out if you and your partner have dissimilar beliefs. Do you and your partner follow a different religion? Or is one of you a spendthrift and the other a cheapskate? Do you hold diametrically opposed political beliefs? These potentially explosive issues can affect whether you and your partner see yourselves as similar or dissimilar personalities. The truth is, when we first meet a potential love interest, the more similar they are to us, the more we tend to like them. And this holds true for everything from hobbies to demographics, to religion and to political beliefs. But whether you are a good match is more complex than whether you both like to play Ludo or watch horror movies. It all comes down to the story you tell yourself about your partner. It's about the perception of similarity that you have about them. If you think your partner and yourself are very similar, that's good. If you perceive your partner as like you, that's a big satisfaction for you in the relationship. So, even if your friends think you and your partner are different, it doesn't matter. It's all about how you perceive your partner. Usually, couples become more alike over time, but our perception of our partners can also change in the long run. And if you feel that your partner is more dissimilar than similar to you, then it could be time for a deep conversation, or maybe even a Dear John or Jane letter. The eighth sign you should pay attention to is on equal commitment level. Have you ever asked yourself this question that, what if I want to settle down and my partner wants to keep their options open? Again, this harkens back to how similar or dissimilar you are to your partner. If you want to take the relationship to the next level and your partner has continually resists, then it's obvious you both have dissimilar long-term goals, and this can be problematic in your relationship. This also shows unequal commitment. The truth is that in every relationship, the person who is less invested in the relationship usually has the most power. In other words, the less invested person can usually get away with more than the committed person, and this will always hurt the committed partner. Generally speaking, that's not good for your relationship, and this sign has over the years been associated with relationship termination. This termination is not due to any other reason other than the fact that the less committed partner might get frustrated that the other person is trying to increase their commitment level, or the fact that the committed partner is fed up with the less invested partner's habit of sitting on the fence. And since that may not fit their long-term needs, they may exit the relationship. The ninth and final telltale sign you should pay attention to is cheating. Yes, I know this is quite obvious. You may have been wondering if I was never going to say this. Well, the usual and funny question people ask is, do cheaters always cheat again? And my answer is usually, it depends. If your partner cheats, you must first decide if you still want to be in that relationship. If you want to give it another go, then it's important that you know this, that if someone cheats, there is a higher likelihood that they will cheat again. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that's the truth. However, you must know that trust is one of the most significant foundational components in a relationship, and it is broken when infidelity, both emotional and sexual form of it, occurs. Cheating is often a symptom of greater problem, such as loneliness, high conflict, or lack of passion in a relationship. It may point to something missing in the relationship or a person's propensity to cheat. The aftermath of cheating can be very depressing, anxiety-provoking, and difficult. Although rebuilding trust and recovering from an affair is possible, I'm also glad to inform you that it's also completely reasonable to initiate a breakup after being cheated, and that won't make you feel like the bad person. In fact, you should never feel like the bad person if you initiate a breakup, because your partner cheats because they made their choice when they decided to cheat. And that's it for now. The 9 telltale signs that it's time for you to leave your relationship. The truth is, relationship can be a lot less than a gamble that people take it for these days. Because of recent, I noticed that people believe that sometimes you eat the bull's eyes and find someone who brings the best out of you, and that some other times they evoke the worst version of your own self. However, if only we all can pay attention to the necessary signs, you would sure know who you should get involved with and who you should not get involved with in the first place. But then, no matter what happens, the most important thing is knowing when to leave a relationship before it's too late. It's a pity that some people often lose themselves and get used to things around them without realizing that their relationship with a bad person is killing them from the inside every minute. So, keep these things in mind and do not be scared to walk out of any relationship that seems to you not to be in the right direction. And until I come your way again, this is the Relationship Whisperer, where we whisper the secrets to a happy love life. If you like the video, kindly click on the like button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do so now and click on the notification bell beside it so that you will get notified whenever we upload new videos. Bye for now.